Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfella of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. All right, man, let's talk about what's in the works. I heard Jermall, Charlo, Chris Eubanks Jr. is in the works for April. Probably going to be on Showtime. Not exactly sure what network. Sergey Derevyanchenko remains the second option. Let's talk about it. We back. Goodfella Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. All right. Like I said before, this was a fight they've been trying to line up for a minute. I like Chris Eubanks Jr. a lot more if he was more active in 2020. But he do stay in the gym. 160 ain't hard to make. He do work hard. He do stay in shape. And I do think stylistic-wise, this is a good fight. You know, Chris Eubanks Jr. continued to build on what he was doing versus James DeGale. And that coach he had, I'm not sure if he still retains that coach. But stylistically-wise, it's a good matchup. It may not be the creme de la creme of fights. It may not be Demetrius, Andrade, and Jermall Charlo, but I guarantee you, you're going to get your money worth in this fight. You got a guy who highly athletic, Chris Eubanks Jr., who come forward, not that skilled, and Charlo, who's a marksman with his jab and with his accuracy. I guarantee you, you're probably going to see Chris Eubanks Jr. get stopped for the first time in his career. If not, you're going to see him be tenacious. So I like the style matchup. I'm not going to be different from what I said about a year ago. But I like this fight a lot more. Chris Eubanks Jr. got one more fight, or had he actually got to prove himself versus Matt Korobov, which I thought he was going to win that fight, you know. But, you know, Korobov was, you know, looking good, but unfortunately he got an injury, you know. But it's hard to kind of rationalize this dude turning down $10 million to fight Demetrius Andrade and fighting Chris Eubanks Jr., you know, based off power and network. See, it's one of the reasons why you won't get Errol Spencer Crawford, one of the reasons you won't get Deontay and Anthony, all right? Because the PBC fighters, when everybody come across the street now, even if it's for less money, they want them to come over to PBC, and they're not traveling abroad anymore. So, and that's cool. And then I say that to them, you know, I say this to them, just, you know, just make PBC into like the UFC and just fight each other. I think they can have a PBC boxing game, because Al Heyman can get all the rights and all that stuff. And I think it'd be better for the sport if they only want to work with each other and get a PBC belt. A few of them, but, you know, most people want to see Demetrius Andrade fight, especially how he looked versus Luke Keeler the other night. He looked sloppy. He looked a little bit lethargic. And I think with that performance, even though he knew he had a guy in front of him that he can destroy, and I don't think he would fight the same way with Charlo, but I think just their styles, you know, the southpaw and Charlo being orthodox and power in both hands, I think people want to see that. People love seeing a boxer puncher versus a slick boxer, you know, but boxing got a way of not putting the American brothers in there together. They got a way of slipping that. They got a way of ducking that. Boxing don't never go out its way to make top tier black versus black fighters, you know, and that's a fact. They don't go out their way to do that. Should Charlo take that deal? Yes. You know, should he address it on social media? But when they announced this fighter, once he in the limelight, once he had Wilder Fury 2, he'd talk about it. He'd say some BS, some whatever the publicists tell him to say. And then, you know, people going to run with it. But the thing about boxing is now you got fans saying, you know, you got the fans saying this now. Oh, why does Charlo got to go over there? And, you know, why they don't make Demetrius Andrade and Canelo with Demetrius Andrade and Triple G? Why Charlo got to come over there and this, that, and the third? I just never understood why people don't want to see the best fights. These new boxing fans are weirdos. If you think Jermall Charlo the best thing smoking, he should be able to smoke Demetrius Andrade, right? If your goal is to be undisputed, to be the best in the division, why did you turn $15 million down to fight Canelo Alvarez? People say, well, look at Triple G fighting. Everybody talking about Triple G. He got an offer to fight Canelo and Demetrius Andrade. He didn't take him. And now you fighting Chris Eubanks Jr. What that look like? Look like a duck, smell like a duck, quack like a duck, feel like a duck. You know what I'm saying? It's a duck. You know what I'm saying? Do he feel like he can't beat those guys right now? Probably so. He struggled with southpaw. He struggled with Austin Trout. He struggled with Matt Korobov. Struggled with a few guys. You know, it's a bad style for him. So maybe they need him to get some more time. You know, Ronnie Shields probably work on some things, clean some things up real quick. And you know, I if you want to take your time, take your time. I'm not knocking him. He a champion. He should be ready. But like I said before, I ain't knocking him. You know, I ain't here to tear down no black boxers, no white boxers. I'm just here to speak my truth from my perspective. But Derevyanchenko, second option. Lou DiBella said they hadn't been offered anything. And Derevyanchenko coming off one of the fights of the year last year with Triple G. And, you know, he the odd man out. PBC haven't been really working with Lou DiBella, but they do share Derevyanchenko. Al Heyman advises Derevyanchenko, Lou DiBella promotes him. So it wouldn't be surprising if they get Derevyanchenko out of that Lou DiBella contract and Al just exclusively manage him, and then he just promoted by TGB Promotions or Mayweather Promotions or something like that on a fight-by-fight basis like everybody else. But I want to see Derevyanchenko on the undercard first. I want to see him get a win. He fought Cole Clyde. He fought Torian Johnson. Also, you know, Demetrius Andrade actually wants to fight Sergey Derevyanchenko. So you might see Derevyanchenko and Demetrius Andrade get it on, and that's a good fight. I think Derevyanchenko will get Andrade and get Charlo some issues. His style is really, really irky-jerky. His style is really, really unorthodox. And he tough. He can take a punch. You know, can Charlo knock him out where Triple G couldn't? Could. Because Charlo bigger. He got a little bit more velocity, speed on his punches. And he hide his punches better than Triple G, you know, sometimes. So, you know, with Derevyanchenko, I like to see him get on the undercard. If he don't fight Andrade and they keep him on PBC, I like to see him get on the undercard versus, you know, I don't know, maybe a Rod Brandt. You know, that's a good contender. Stephen Butler just got knocked out. So maybe Rod Brandt. You know, he would B&B, you know, boxing. I think now he was with Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. And before that, he was down there in Dallas, Texas with Errol Spence and Derek James. You know, so maybe Rod Brandt, you know, even though he would top rank, so that probably won't work. But we'll see. Maybe, you know, Korobov get healthy and they do Derevyanchenko and Korobov. You know, not sure where Korobov health is now, but I like to see Derevyanchenko featured on this undercard, Showtime of Fox. I think this should be a Fox card. You know what I'm saying? I think probably in the Barclays Center, so the UK fans don't have to travel that far. But I understand that they don't feel like Charlo ready. He struggled with southpaws, and boxing is about matchmaking. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of fighters out here that avoid certain type of styles, you know, in the past and now. You know, some guys don't like to deal with movers. That's why you got matchmakers. And PBC matchmakers, you know, they're not as experienced or seasoned as top-ranked matchmakers, but they know a style to keep a certain fighter away from. You know, they work with the manager, they work with the coach, they work with the fighter. The fighter may think they're ready for anything, but Charlo has struggled historically with southpaws. Once again, he struggled with Austin Trout. Some people think Austin Trout won that fight, got a shit in the stick. He struggled with Korobov, so what they think with Demetrius to do to him. So, like I said before, if he loses to Chris Eubanks Jr., which I don't see happening, he gonna look like Boo Boo the Fool. He fought Derevyanchenko after this, or, you know, in April. He lose, he gonna like Boo Boo the Fool, turning all that money down. But boxing has come, it's no longer who got the biggest bag. It used to be, all right, who got the most money for the fight, we send our fighter over there. You know, now it's a power struggle. Now Premier Boxing Champions want to strong arm everybody. Now they want everybody to come to them, even when they're in a position of weakness. With Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, we all know Anthony Joshua the A-side. Why not just make the fight? If you got to go to the UK, they just make the story sweeter. You can knock him out in front of his fans. But they want to dominate. Same thing with Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford. Even if Walt Disney got the deeper pockets, you know, no, you got to come over here and take less money. You know, so it's unfortunate, man, that Premier Boxing Champions, you know, have changed the standard now. Now everybody got to come over there and fight, even though they don't have enough money. You know, no way Sean Porter, Earl Spence should have been on pay-per-view. But that just shows you Jermall Charlo don't control his career. Or I heard he was in on it. He didn't want to fight. So Ronnie could have talked him out of it, said it's a bad fight for us. You know, and that's $10 million a lot to turn down. 15 a lot to turn down for Canelo. That's what Danny Jacobs got. You know, you lose to Canelo, ain't no. I see losing to Andrade, a dude that talk junk to you and your brother, and losing to another brother. But Canelo's pretty much, you know, by all the casual fans' measurement, is the pinnacle of the sport. You lose to Canelo, so what? You bounce back and come back and do it again. You made $15 million. Charlo, one of the few dudes that got the mentality and the jaw and the stamina to kind of compete with Canelo in the youth. You know, but if you ain't ready, you ready. So if you're not ready, you're not ready. So check out Chris Eubanks Jr. and Jermall Charlo possibly coming in May. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. And don't forget, we on all social media. It's in the description, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. My email there as well if you want to holler at me, question, video request, to chop it up, or business inquiry. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.